Tänään CHL-kauden avausottelussa LGT paras pistemies vaihtaa pitää kummankin joukkueen kapteeni. Pinguins Bremerhaven 55 Mike Moore ja TPS 61 Juhani Jasu. Saksan Pinguins Bremerhaven. Arvoisa yleisö, Champions Hockey League hymni. Arvoisa yleisö, Saksan kansallislaulu. Maamme.
Good evening and welcome inside the Gatorade Center. We are here in southwestern Finland for Game Day 1 action in the Champions Hockey League between TPS Turku and Pinguins Bremerhaven. As you get a look at Andrei Karyev, the starting netminder tonight for our Finnish hosts, coming off a strong campaign last year in the Liga, .917 save percentage and a .198 goals against. On the other end, Winter Park, Florida's Brandon Maxwell gets the nod for Bremerhaven, .917 save percentage and a 2.82 goals against. There's Jussi Ahokas, the newly minted TPS Turku head coach. No better man to lead the charge with this young roster filled with promising Finnish talent. Thomas Popiesh behind the bench for Penguins this evening. No surprise there, he's been a mainstay at the club, entering his 6th full season. The Turku faithful are in attendance and ready to rock here at the Gatorade Center. Group A action from Turku tonight, as Penguins will be going with those kind of off-white gray. There's Vladimir Aminger. He'll have a key role to play in kind of a shutdown effort tonight against Turku. Couple of big names missing for the visitors from Germany. None of their Slovenian trio in the lineup, with Miha Verlic, Ziga Jeglic, and Jan Urbas all out of the lineup at Olympic Games qualifiers. And that's over 100 points last season, all out of the lineup for Thomas Popiesh's team. So somebody's got to step up for the visitors here in their Champions Hockey League debut. And we'll see what happens. Game day one action from the Gatorade Center in Turku as you get a look at Vili Lajunen, the Turku faithful in attendance, and we are just about ready for puck drop. Emil Viro and Vili Lajunen starting on the back end for Turku, Marcus Nurmi and Jack Rodewald on either side of Mitch Holtz up the middle. For Bremerhaven, it's going to be Dominic Uhr on that top line with Alex Friesen and Ty McGinn. As we're just about ready for hockey here in Turku. Draw one backwards by Turku and immediately Vito away. Emil Vito in over the line, chips it into the far corner. Couple of bodies come together and the puck rung around to the near side. Uhr first to it. Uhr had a cup of coffee with the Pittsburgh Penguins and is now in his fourth season. Interesting to note with this Penguins team as you see the puck hop up into the Turku bench out of play. Lots of continuity up front for this team. You've got Uhr in his fourth season in Bremerhaven, Friesen in his fourth season, Ty McGinn entering his second season as you get a look at him, the former Gatineau Olympiques captain in the Canadian Hockey League. Certainly quite a few players that have hung around in Bremerhaven. Now it's interesting. Team sports director Alfred Pry mentioned in the preseason preview for the Champions Hockey League that Bremerhaven is the smallest team, smallest club in the DEL, but they managed to compete on a year-to-year basis on a smaller budget than most, and I mean that bears much respect as they make their Champions Hockey League debut tonight. Massive hit there in the offensive zone. That was Aleksi Antalainen stepping up. Puck to the near sideline. The Gatorade Center, the second largest hockey arena in Finland. Turku, the sixth largest city, as that's going to be up off a stick and out of play for another stoppage. Bit of a choppy start to this one as you get a quick look there at Patrick Albert, the Bremerhaven defenseman. It's definitely going to be a gritty road effort this evening from Bremerhaven as, again, missing those three Slovenians away at Olympic Games qualifiers could play a massive role. Intanen in the circle and wins it to his left winger, who's immediately dispossessed, and now back the other way come Bremerhaven. Racing away with it and now peeling back to the line. As the Germans try and cycle, and that's flipped back down the ice. Kali Väisänen in on the forecheck. Puck squirts back down below the goal line, and now it's Väisänen again. Väisänen flings it into the near corner. Good pinch there, is going to hold the line. Nice job by Jimi Suomi. You can see Turku definitely going to be the aggressors on the forecheck in this hockey game. Puck squirts to the line. Niklas Arell sends it back down below the goal line. Going to be very interesting to watch how Bremerhaven tries to push the pace, where they're really going to create scoring from. Again, with Verlic, Jeglic, and Urbas, an assistant captain and some top scorers. They're all three of them point-per-game players last year for the Penguins. Remains to be seen what exactly they'll come up with offensively, as that's Tim Lutz wheeling behind his own net. Sends it into the neutral zone. Interesting to note, game day one in the Champions Hockey League, those top scorer jerseys with the blue coloring on the back. There's a quick shot off the rush. Nice save, Maxwell. Puck loose side of the net. Another effort. Loose. Maxwell still can't corral it, and now finally the net pops off as Filip Laisneka ends up on top of his own netminder there. Maxwell going to share a little chuckle with the official. Today's officiating crew from Finland: Aro Branare and Anssi Salonen, Juna Ilinen and Marcus Hagerstrom, your linesman. As you get another look, again, that top scorer jersey with the blue on the back, those are the captains today for game day one. So Juhani Yasu is wearing that, typically 61, but as captain he's wearing the top scorer jersey here today for TPS and for Penguins. We'll have that for you in just a second as they adjust the netting. Gatorade Center, fantastic venue. Has hosted a number of international hockey tournaments as well as some interesting concerts Enrique Iglesias has played here. Get another look at Brandon Maxwell, a name familiar with international viewers. He was rostered by the United States 2018 Olympic Games and had a great career in the Ontario Hockey League and really has just put together a very nice professional career overseas. Draw to his right in the Bremerhaven zone, won by TPS. Now down below the goal line, that's Rodewald. Jack Rodewald, another player who has made a very nice professional career for himself. Overseas. Now racing away, here's Antalainen. Gets over center, chips it into the far corner. Not a ton of flow or chances early in this hockey game. 3 minutes gone here at the Gatorade Center as that puck squirts to Maxwell, and he'll hang on for a face-off to his left. Couple of storylines to follow for TPS as you get a look at Mitch Holtz, the top-line center. How do they replace their scoring? We talk about Penguins missing their Slovenian trio coming into tonight. Well, TPS has lost 3 of its top 4 scorers from last season. Josh Kestner to Vladivostok. Lauri Pajanemi, obviously, to the New York Rangers on an ELC entry-level contract. And Ruslan Ishakov joining Adler Mannheim, who knows, Turku might run into later in this competition. D-zone draw won by Bremerhaven. Sent off the glass up into the neutral zone and an offside called. Seems like we've had a ton of stoppages. Haven't mentioned Andrei Karyev down in that Turku net once. As you get a look at Ross Mauerman, 30-year-old American, now in his 6th season in Bremerhaven. And again, we talk about it. This is a club that players enjoy playing for. A lot of 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th-year type players on this team. As there's Mikael Hakarainen, 2018 Chicago Blackhawks 5th rounder, loses that offensive zone faceoff, and it's going to be sent around by Reed McNeil. A couple of large bodies on the back end for Bremerhaven. When you look at Reed McNeil, Mike Moore, Vladimir Aminger, it's certainly it's an oversized back end, certainly larger than I saw yesterday in the Rügle versus Zug matchup. Fantastic games yesterday and more on deck here. Game day 1, second day of game day 1 in the Champions Hockey League. If you're just joining us, Pinguins Bremerhaven in the gray with black pants and red helmets, going left to right on your screen. TPS Turku in the all black at home here. As there's Patrick Alber setting things up behind the Penguins net. Not really any opportunities so far in this hockey game for either team. A little bit of a scramble in front of Maxwell previously. That puck pops into the near corner. Eitu Liukas, one of the younger Finnish players on this roster. We'll get into more detail on head coach Jussi Ahokas' background, but it certainly makes sense. They've got 10 players under the age of 21 on this Turku roster, and no surprise that they ended up going with Jussi Ahokas. Was a 2020 Coach of the Year nominee from the European Hockey Clubs Association. Certainly knows his way around prospects. There's a shot high and wide on Karyev, back to the line. High point, long shot, and smothered by Karyev, and he'll hang on for a face-off. There's Patrick Pohl, wearing 60 with some great flow as well. Great to see the fans out in Turku, southwestern Finland. Phenomenal venue, well-supported club, a storied club in Finland. As that draw won by Nino Kinder. Back to the far point and cleared out of the zone. See big Reed McNeil there in his own zone. Tough to miss some of these bodies, that's for sure. Puck in the neutral zone. 5 minutes gone here in Turku, and a very quiet start to this Game Day 1 Champions Hockey League clash. Draw pass to the line. There's a shot. Maxwell the save. No rebound from the American netminder as he gets a tap from Stanislav Dietz. There you see Vili Lainen, and certainly some names to be had on both of these rosters. Very much deserving to be here, and watch out. Once Bremerhaven gets those Slovenian 3 back, this could be a team that really does make some noise here in their Champions Hockey League debut. Mitch Holtz, second season overseas, the Turku center. He's going to square off with Reichenstad. Draw one in the D zone by Bremerhaven. That was Friesen, pardon me. Long dump in into the near corner. First two, it's a Bremerhaven forechecker. And now that's going to be Antalainen. Starts it ahead right side. Stretch feed a little far for Holtz, and now that'll be flung back in deep. Maxwell out to play it. He'll leave that there. And over the line come Bremerhaven. That was Friesen. Friesen goes back to the line. There's a long wrist shot and a pad save into the right corner by Kariev. Friesen going to work down below the goal line. Now finally Turku will clear that only as far as the line. It's held there by McNeil. Antalainen takes a hit to make a play, and now Turku will try and reset the breakout as Antalainen receives that. Backtracking Pitya. Now here's Mikael Hakkarainen. Hakkarainen, pass up the right side. Long shot. Maxwell the save. It was more of a centering effort, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 13:25 to go in period one. Scoreless between TPS Turku and Pinguins Bremerhaven.
Tossa hei, forwards. No, kaksi erilaista kontrollia. Ne jättää se yhden tonne noin, mutta nyt tää viimeinen tuli, niin tää tulee alta vaan, niin hakee, niin silti tää meidän kärki. Niin pidä huoli silti täältä näin, kun meidän kolmonen ottaa tän näin. Niin syöttöä ei pääse.
As you heard, Jussi Ahokas, the TPS coach, going over some offensive zone tactics with his forward group. First season behind the bench for Ahokas, former Finnish World Junior Championship coach. Also coached top-line left winger Markus Nurmi, one of the players to watch at the 2018 Worlds, as that pass is going to go a little long. Icing waved off, and TPS will have to regroup. Now here's Pitya. Pitya in over the line. Flings it towards the net. Backdoor pass. Loose in front. Great save, Maxwell. As he flashes the leather. Great save there. And I think it was Jimi Suomi, the trailer. And it fell to... Yeah, it was Suomi just with the backhand, and Maxwell tracked across well to make the glove save. A little bit of English on that from the Florida native, as a little flash of the leather, and first real opportunity of the hockey game as well. As that puck flipped ahead into the neutral zone. Now on it and trying to wind up with it was Marcus Vikingstad. Flipped in deep. First of that one, Ruben Rafkin. And that's going to be cleared back into the Bremerhaven zone. 7.5 minutes gone here in period one. Game day one, Champions Hockey League action. Carlos Verdi with you. Glad you could join us. TPS Turku in the all-black going right to left on your screens. Pinguins Bremerhaven in the gray with red helmets going left to right. That puck loose in the far corner. Couple of bodies come together as Turku send it back to the line. There's Emil Vito. Vito avoids a checker. Still Vito. Peels off a man, swings it back to the point. There's Antalainen. Antalainen's shot blocked off a leg up out of play. And that is a great job getting in the lane from Tamas Kanya for Bremerhaven. Alexi Antalainen, one of the more noticeable defensemen to start this game for Turku, likes to be that first man starting the rush. And with good reason, as Bremerhaven are going to have to be well aware of him, as you see Turku's bear mascot pacing the stands here at the Gatorade Center. Solid crowd for late August here in Finland. Beautiful, beautiful country. Draw won by Turku in the offensive zone and swung back down below the goal line. If you folks haven't had a chance, highly recommend checking out the team previews on the Champions Hockey League's YouTube page, just showcasing both the hockey aspect, but also showcasing the beauty of some of these clubs' native cities. And what a continent it is. Puck cycled down below the goal line. Friesen tries to dig it out. That's flung ahead now, and here come Turku. Stretch feed going to go a little bit far for Mitch Holtz and back into the neutral zone with Bremerhaven. Over center, chipping and looking for a change was Reed McNeil. And looks like we might have a penalty behind the play here as it's blown dead. 11:06 to go. You get another look there at a little tie-up behind the play. Real chippy start to this hockey game. Not a ton of flow, and I think that might be what we're looking at. As there you have it. 2 minutes or less, and Pinguins Bremerhaven to the man advantage here. Draw one back to the line. Mitch Holtz going to get the penalty. So Bremerhaven will go to work on the first man advantage of the evening here in Turku and see what the visitors can do. That puck sent down to Kariev. He's going to leave that for his defenseman, and that's immediately going to be flipped up out of play for a face-off back inside the Turku zone. Got a look at Marcus Vikingstad there. Draw to the left of Kariev, Turku zone. Kariev, a well-traveled netminder. KHL appearances with Ufa, Novokuznetsk, Nizhnekamsk. He's really been all around his home country. Good number of starts in the VHL as well. And a solid season last year with Turku. Certainly his net moving forward as the team lost its backups. In over the line was Christian Weiss, sends it around to the far corner. Back to the line, there's a drive through traffic, deflected just wide. Puck back to the line. McNeil swings it for his teammate. Now back, attempting to find McNeil was a teammate. That's going to be chipped past him and down the ice. 45 seconds remaining in the penalty to Mitch Holtz. Left side, in over the line come Bremerhaven. Backdoor effort, that goes through the slot untouched. They were trying to find Big Weiss. And that's going to be sent back into the neutral zone. 25 seconds remaining now in the man advantage. There's Ty McGinn. We get a look at him for the first time. Joined Bremerhaven last year after 4 solid American Hockey League seasons. As that puck sent in deep. Kariev out behind his net to play it. Rings it around the boards, only as far as Nicholas Anderson. And now second effort will clear the Turku zone, and that'll do it. Not much going on the Bremerhaven power play. As Stanislav Dietz sets up behind his own net. Again, we talked about the oversized back end here for Bremerhaven. There's a turnover. Turku trying to drive the offensive slot. Not much going on, and now back on it as Emil Vito flings it into the neutral zone. Now back on it, Rodewald. Vito, stretch feed broken up, and again, just a very choppy start to this hockey game. Not a ton of opportunities, not a ton of shot attempts for that matter. Puck squirts into the neutral zone, trying to work his way in with it was Nurmi. No dice there. 8 and change to go here, period 1, still scoreless. And over the line they come. Working on his man was Yemi Swami. And looks like we're going to have another penalty call here by the look of things. Just a little too handsy. We'll head to a power break. Bremerhaven power play when we return scoreless in Turku.
Boksista nyt pitää hei poissa. Nyt on iso juttu, me saadaan tää tapettua taas alkuun. Vaikka kun
They both were waiting to see who was going to go in the middle. I think Dixie wanted to give it to the low corner.
Yeah, but now they save us 2 guys in the middle and 1 guy high. He's support. And then we have to win. Auf geht's, Boys. Ja, weiter. Christian is next.
As you get a look there at Ruben Rafkin, 2 for some kind of obstruction. Draw's going to come to the left of Karyev. And we'll see if Bremerhaven's power play can go one better. No shots first time out. Kick saved by Karyev. Again, we mentioned it off the top, Bremerhaven missing a Slovenian trio, a pretty key Slovenian trio. There's a quick shot, save, rebound, another save, Karyev still loose side of the net. And finally rung around the boards and out into the neutral zone as Andrei Karyev with a couple of big saves for the hosts. Now in over the line, there's Ty McGinn, drops it off for Reed McNeil at the line. McNeil sends it on net, that's gloved down. Flipped up off the glass, McGinn holds the line. Now Weiss sends that around to the far side. Good pinch, holds the zone. Finally, the puck squirts to Juhani Yasu, and he's just going to send that the length of the ice. Buck 5 remaining in the penalty to Ruben Rafkin. Short-handed shot attempt blocked, and now Bremerhaven away. Good second effort by Rodewald. Clears the line. There's a turnover. Walking in, quick shot blocker save off of Mikael Hakarainen. Nice job by Maxwell. He had to be sharp there against the Chicago Blackhawks draft pick Hakarainen. And again, Bremerhaven, other than that initial flurry, really not able to set anything up here on the man advantage. That puck sent into the far corner, TPS zone. Cleared dangerously into the slot. Took about 3 TPS sticks to clear the line, but they do. And now Stanislav Dietz forced to backtrack. Again, really remarkable the size on this Bremerhaven back end. So that puck sent in deep. First to it is Arel to the line. Held there. That was Lyonen, pardon me, not Arel. Inside the final 6 minutes of period 1, still scoreless, and truthfully, no clear-cut scoring opportunities thus far. Emil Vito. There was the weak backhander that Maxwell put some English on with the glove save. Long dump in goes to Maxwell, and he'll hang on for a face-off to his left. 5:35 remaining in period 1 here. You get another look at time again working in. His shot was saved. A couple of follow-up efforts, and I think Kariev had to be sharp there on the rebound. There's the turnover, and Hakarainen with a quick shot. Maxwell on his toes. Usually when your team's on the power play, you're not expecting one of those quick turnaround opportunities. He had to be sharp, made the blocker save, and as a result, still scoreless. Puck to the line, held there by Eminger. Only the first time, second effort gets past him. Had to be sharp there as he had a forechecker on him. Back to even strength here. And Turku, fair to say, probably the better team at even strength thus far. Here's Pitya. Pitya over the blue line. Cycled down below the goal line, looking for Hakarainen. He's dispossessed, and now Bremerhaven will just send that to the line and out. Group A action, the other two teams, Vaxo Lakers and Sparta Praha, as that shot from Antalainen goes high and wide. Love to see Alexei Antalainen so involved in the rush, so involved in the offense here for TPS. And over the line, McGinn. McGinn a half stride behind Alex Friesen, and they just kind of share a chuckle there. McGinn an extra split second. Again, Group A, lots of entertaining matchups on deck. Again, Vaxo Lakers and Sparta Praha. Some tasty matchups on deck, and you know what? Given the circumstances, given the players missing for Penguins here so far this evening, you got to think that head coach Thomas Popiesh probably pretty happy with his team's effort thus far. 0-0, and here off the rush, quick opportunity, shot, Kariev the save. As that was Alex Friesen with the A on his chest, coming off the left wing on the rush. And Andrei Kariev has had to be sharp here the back half of period number one. Friesen thought about the snapshot, had the puck roll on him a little bit, and Kariev soaks it up, no rebound, always a key, that rebound control for netminders. Arne Intonen in the circle. Face off with Christian Weiss. Weiss, part of the Danish contingent on this Bremerhaven side. Niklas Andersson also on this second line for Popiesh's team. Ooh, there's a hit from Weiss as he sent Intonen sprawling into the inboards. Now Kali Väisänen swings it to the right wing side and ahead for Intonen. Puck to the line, held there by TPS. Centering effort into the slot. Quick shot by Intonen, and that's going to be stopped and held onto by Maxwell, who truthfully has had to be sharp, but hasn't been faced with anything overly challenging other than that backhand attempt earlier in period one. Great to see the fans back, the flags, the chanting. Fantastic hockey culture you get all over Europe, and that's part of what makes this competition so special. Seeing these matchups, seeing these fans have an opportunity to enjoy a European night, maybe even a European away trip later this fall. Vito sends that back into the far corner, and Bremerhaven will backtrack to it. Eminger couldn't handle that pass, now back to the line. And unable to hold the line there, where TPS back in over the line. Here come Bremerhaven with Vikingstad. Vikingstad drops it off. He was looking for Stanislav Dietz. That's turned over. Now back the other way. Väisänen, and in over the line offside, or TPS will reset for a face-off. That was Samuli Vainionpa, correction. First time we've mentioned him tonight. Playing on a line with Topias Hapanen and the captain Johanni Yasu. Back out comes the Hakarainen line. Him and Mikael Pitya, probably the most energetic at even strength for Turku thus far tonight. And over the line come Bremerhaven. That's Pohl. Tried to drop it off, nobody there. And flung ahead down the line. That's going to be a little far, but Pitya first to it. Pitya flying on that left wing side. Here's Hakarainen trying to work out with it. Philip Sandberg, the third man on this unit for Turku. Bodies collide in the neutral zone, and there's Lutz. Now Ruben Rafkin, fresh off his hooking penalty, and he'll set things up as Turku, well, both teams will change here, and now he'll head for his. Back out, Antalainen now on it. Surveys the scene. 2:20 to go in period one, still scoreless here between TPS and Bremerhaven. Mitch Holtz turns that over, and right back to the Antalainen ISO cam. Might as well keep it there. He's been on the puck so much in this first period for Turku. And guess who again? Antalainen, fans on the breakout attempt. He'll circle back now. Aleksi Antalainen on a top pairing with Elmeri Erinen tonight. Certainly the pair that's going to make it happen, at least at even strength for Turku tonight. Puck sent ahead looking for Markus Nurmi, and here's Nurmi. Nurmi below the goal line. Still Nurmi, drops it off. Vito with a centering effort. That goes through the slot untouched. And now Bremerhaven will break away. Wheeling wide, there's a shot, glove by Kariev, and he's going to leave that there for Vito, who turns it over. Interesting decision by Kariev to play that, as Bremerhaven will now enjoy a little bit of offensive zone time. Not too much, though, as Turku are back away with it. There's Eetu Liukas. Liukas in on the forecheck, one of those Finnish forwards we talked about. Long dump in, wide of Kariev blocker side into the far corner. Final minute of play here at the Gatorade Center in period number one. A pretty tame first period, all things considered. Certainly not as end-to-end at even strength as we saw in some of those game day one matches yesterday. That puck dumped in by Kali Väisänen. He'll give chase and wins that puck. Only momentarily, though, and now Penguins back on it in their own zone. They try and work into the near corner, offensive zone. Nurmi on it. Now that's played ahead by Turku into the neutral zone. 10 seconds and change to go here as a final minute that pretty much reflected the first 19 here in Turku. A cagey opening affair here on game day one through 20 minutes as the puck rolls to Maxwell, and that will do it for the opening frame in Turku. Scoreless after 20 minutes of play between the Penguins and TPS. Don't go anywhere, you're watching game day one action from Finland of the Champions Hockey League.
12.01 tasapajan loppuun. 12.01. TPS is playing short-handed. Okay. 12.01 tasapajan loppuun. 12.01. TPS is playing short-handed. määrätään rangaistus koukkaaminen. Synnys penalty for hooking. 12.01 tässä ajan lopun. 12.01. It is playing short-handed.
Welcome back to the Gatorade Center as we take a look at our first period highlights. There were not a ton. Alex Friesen, quick wrist shot, scooped up by Andrei Karyev there, but all things considered, a quiet first period here in Finland. TPS Turku and Pinguins Bremerhaven scoreless through 20 minutes of play. A quick look at what's ahead on game day 2 for these teams. Bremerhaven will remain on the road. They go to face the Lakers of Vaisho. That one, an early start. 2:35 Central European Standard Time in Sweden. Turku will once again be at home against Sparta Praha. That one a bit later of a start, 6 p.m. And all things considered, a first period as the teams take the ice again. To begin period 2 for TPS, all things considered, not the worst period in the world, considering the 2 penalty kills they faced. And, you know, they did force Brandon Maxwell into a couple of good saves in the Penguins' net. As for Bremerhaven, well, pretty much what we anticipated from them in their Champions Hockey League debut. A plucky team, physical, big on the back end, but certainly feeling the absences of their 3 Slovenians. No Miha Verlic, no Ziga Jeglic, and of course no Jan Urbas, all 3 of them away at Olympic Games qualifiers, where a couple of them have already found the score sheet for Slovenia. Over 100 points between the 3 of them last season for the Penguins, so obviously Bremerhaven a little bit short-handed offensively, and we've seen that not really generating too much at even strength outside of that top line of Friesen, flanked by Ur and Ty McGinn. You had a look there at Andrei Karyev stretching it out, a goaltender that you have to assume is essentially waiting for a move to a bigger team back in his home country eventually. He had a fantastic year last year with Turku. Is poised to definitely carry the net again this year. Interesting to note when you look at Turku's backup situation, there's Stanislav Dietz, one of the number of towering defensemen on this Bremerhaven team. Interesting to note what the backup situation was with Turku last season. They had Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen on loan from the Buffalo Sabres organization, so you had kind of the younger end of Finnish goaltending, and then you also had Kari Ramo backing up. Kari Ramo, of course, a name that will be very familiar to international hockey fans, and of course fans of the National Hockey League. Kari Ramo, a name very familiar, lots of different NHL stops. As we get set, TPS Turku, Pinguins Bremerhaven. Period 2 on deck from the Gatorade Center. Game day 1 of the Champions Hockey League season. Domestic leagues getting going around Europe, and it's great to have hockey back. Draw 1 by the Penguins, and they'll immediately fling it back down the ice. First to it, Emil Vito, but he's stripped of the puck, and that's sent to the line. Long wrist shot blocked on the way to the net, and there's Jack Rodewald. Rodewald turned back, and again, Penguins off to a little bit more aggressive of a start at even strength, filling the offensive zone with bodies. Maxwell out behind his net to play it. Little nifty head fake, and now starting ahead, Friesen swings it across the ice. A lot of back and forth, not much flow at even strength in the first period between these two teams as that puck sent the length of the ice too far for Hakkarainen, and it'll go for an icing against Turku. You get another look at Aleksi Antalainen, player that definitely going to eat big minutes along with Elmeri Erinen. Erinen, one of the top offensive defensemen in the Liga. Undersized, but has certainly grown into a scoring role over his 6 seasons in Finland's top flight. He left for HPK and had 40 points in 55 games last season. Will be eating minutes for Turku this year. Puck sent to the line. Antalainen. Backdoor pass. Now centering effort in front. Turku can't get a clean shot away as it went wide of Maxwell's net. Cycled low, Ironen. Ironen flings it to the near point. There's Antalainen. Antalainen works the line. Antalainen chips it back down below the goal line. A couple of bodies come together. Here's Sandberg. Sandberg. Near side, Ironen spins off a check. Ironen backhands that into the slot. They try and work away with it. There's Eetu Liukas. Liukas driving wide. Good cycle work from Turku. Centering effort in front. Unable to get a stick on it, Liukas. And there's a turnover from Bremerhaven. In alone, quick shot. Save Maxwell on the doorstep. And he'll pounce on it as Kali Väisänen was asking all kinds of questions. Just bulldozing a path to the net. Turku fans liking what they saw on that last shift, and you get the sense Brandon Maxwell is going to be called into duty a couple more times. Nice work there by Kali Väisänen, bulldozing his way past Reed McNeil, and really just a nice job by Maxwell getting low, taking away the bottom half of the net to deny the opportunity. Now back the other way, here's Pohl. Patrick Pohl flings that into the far corner. First to it, Jimi Suomi spins off a forechecker. One thing about this Bremerhaven team, they are big. This is an oversized, outsized, whatever adjective you want to use for it. This is a large team that's going to cause some problems in this Group A. Here they come working out with it, but it's turned over, and now back the other way with a head of steam. Here comes Väisänen. Väisänen over the blue line. Chips and chases around his defenseman. Massive hit there on the inboards. Oh, that was an absolute rock job as play blown dead. That was a serious hit from Mike Moore, the captain, and that's exactly what you expect. You get a look there at TPS Turku on this checking line with Samuli Vainionpa and Juhani Yasu. Long dump in, stuck into the corner, and actually up out of play by Maxwell. More on Mike Moore, though, the Bremerhaven captain. Captain multiple organizations as American Hockey League teams in North America before coming. And is that an away section? Oh, you love to see that. You love to see that. That's what this competition is all about. Connecting fans and teams and clubs and players from all across Europe and the world. Working in Happinen, backdoor! And a great save by Maxwell on the trailer. As that was a serious opportunity for Samuli Vainionpa. Racing ahead with it and immediately turned back was Lutz. As this game's starting to open up a little bit. Here's Tim Lutz. Lutz weaving in over the line left side. Drop pass to the line. Emminger tried to send that on net and it went wide. Back to the line and now cycled low. Rafkin on it. Ruben Rafkin. We'll leave that as we approach the 4 minutes gone mark of period number 2. Emil Viro starts ahead, now Rafkin. Rafkin, stretch feed left side and over the line. Here come Turku. Little toe drag move. try and work that out in front. Turku enjoying some offensive zone time. Near side pass, found there by Antalainen. Puck in the far corner, Penguin zone, back to the line. Holding, there's a wrist shot, blocked on the way to the net, and finally Penguins will clear their lines. As Turku enjoying some sustained zone time here. That pass just a little far from Markus Nurmi, and now back the other way. Here come Penguins. Ur down below the goal line. Still Ur centered in front. Friesen's shot didn't make it on net. Long dump in. Kariev's just going to leave that for his defenseman. And Turku will regroup. Through the neutral zone, Laajunen. Guy that's had a fantastic career with the Finnish national team. Couple stops in the KHL. There's a pass to the line. Laajunen shot through traffic. Just wide glove side of Maxwell. Now they begin to buzz. Sandberg drops it off. Back to the line. One shot. And a great save by Maxwell with the glove. As Elmeri Eronen with the point blast. And Maxwell sharing a laugh with the official. Official checks his helmet. Says he's all good. What a great shift there as you get a look at Mikael Hakkarainen. Nice shot by Eronen. Not too much traffic, though, and fairly easy pickings for Maxwell. Little bit of a screen. Nothing too crazy with Mikael Pitya on the doorstep. Sandberg told to back off. Wins the face-off against Vikingstad. Eronen sends that around to the far corner. Jimi Suomi all the way back on it. That was Pitya, pardon me. 5 and change gone in period number 2 here. Racing away and over the line they come. Here's Hakkarainen. Hakkarainen down below the goal line. He gets taken down. Good battle in that far corner of the Bremerhaven zone. Puck still held in. Nice active stick from Maxwell to clear it to the far corner. Finally, Penguins away with it. Head of steam they come, 1-on-2, trying to drive wide. Mauerman, his bad angle shot, stopped by Kariev. Now near side, nice pinch, going to hold the line only momentarily. Now back the other way, here come Turku. Drop pass, unable to control that. Second effort by Intanen, cycled back down low. There's Tomasz Kania. Haven't seen too much of him, and the play is going to be whistled dead. Face-off will stay in the Penguin zone, and we'll head for a power break. Still scoreless in Turku, game day 1 of Champions Hockey League action.
Hei, just noin ollaan voitettu, käännetty hyökkäysalueella, vaan just näin liikkeelle pakinvaihto. Ja sit vielä hei lappoja koko ajan, maalipaine vielä. Siinä on hyvä.
Vor, richtig vor, der andere muss dahinter sein, dass wir beide Position besetzt haben.
Welcome back inside the Gatorade Center here in Turku, Finland. Scoreless. Following our first power break here in period 2. If you're just joining us, Pinguins Bremerhaven giving a good account of themselves on the road and a little short-handed up front. A couple of key pieces away at Olympic Games qualifying with Slovenia. They'll be thrilled with the 0-0 scoreline thus far. Intanen in the face-off, wins the draw. There's a quick point shot. Goes wide blocker side. I don't think Maxwell saw it till it was past the net. Certainly Turku on the front foot here at even strength in period number 2. As there's Väisänen. Väisänen played it ahead only as far as the half wall, and it was turned back, now sent in deep. Puck played ahead by Bremerhaven all the way down the ice, and first to it is Arel. Now Turku away through the neutral zone, long dump in. Stick save Maxwell, and he'll scoop it up. No rebound. We'll reset for another face-off. And again, just a game that has felt, a little bit like an early season clash. Both teams feeling each other out. As we mentioned, Bremerhaven a couple of bodies short in terms of their offensive firepower, and just a game that hasn't had a ton of flow or chances. As Juhani Yasu in the circle against Alex Friesen. The shutdown line for Turku. Bit of a messy face-off. It's in Yasu's skates back to the line and past the line down the ice as Lionen couldn't get there. Billy Lionen, just a fantastic career with Jokerit, Kunlun Red Star, Vityaz Podolsk, couple of different stops in the KHL over the last number of years, and just a great career for the 33-year-old blue liner. As you get a look at him there, Billy Lionen, part of a solid D-corps for TPS Turku. Face-off in the neutral zone. 12:33 to go, period 2. Game day 1 action here in southwestern Finland. Puck sent into the near corner. Reed McNeil flings that around to the far side. I've certainly seen a fair amount of Reed McNeil on the back end for Penguins so far this evening. As Nurmi tried to play that ahead for a teammate, ended up turning it over, and now here come Penguins in over the line. Good breakup there by Eronen, and now back the other way with a head of steam. Here's Nurmi. Nurmi, backdoor pass! And a great job at the back post to break that up from Dietz. Eronen shot off a leg. Turku going to work here in the offensive zone with Rodewald. Now Nurmi, Rodewald. He takes a stick, and play blown dead here. Looks like we're going to have a holding call. And I believe we're about to see Turku's first power play of this Young Champions Hockey League season. Indeed we are, as Alex Friesen going to head to the box for the hold. He's not happy with it. Maybe more so not happy with himself. Friesen in his 4th season in Bremerhaven. 2010 Vancouver Canucks 6th round pick, as he just got the stick going a little bit there on Jack Rodewald. And he'll sit for 2 or less as TPS go to their first power play of the evening. Oh, nearly a turnover in the slot onto the stick of Yasu. Now Emil Vito back behind his own net. Interesting to see, too, Turku really rolling all lines here. Yasu in over the line. Sends it back to the point. Cycled into the slot. There's a quick shot. Didn't make it to the net. Vito follow-up. That's off a leg and over to the far half wall. Flings it to the near side line. Unable to hold the zone was Mitch Holtz. $1:15 remaining in the penalty to Friesen. And now TPS will set up. Far point, there's a shot. Maxwell the save, no rebound. Hakarainen was sitting on the doorstep. You get a look at Alex Friesen there. As we mentioned, Vancouver Canucks draft pick roughly a decade ago. Holtz with a quick shot. And Vito's follow-up never made it to the net. Pretty tight defensive performance so far in the CHL debut for Bremerhaven. We got to thank head coach Thomas Popiesh, happy with the performance thus far. There's a shot from the point, goes high and wide. Now here's Mikkel Pitya. Little give and go action. TPS will set things up. Eronen near side. Now back to Eronen. Eronen backdoor. There's a one-timer wide. Hakarainen's follow-up effort went through the slot untouched. Nurmi Back down below the goal line. Little disjointed, but definitely the best puck movement we've seen on a power play thus far tonight. Centering effort in front. Pitya couldn't direct that on net. Now Pitya again. We've seen an awful lot of him. Here's Nurmi. Drops it off on the far half wall. A lot of space here for Turku as they go to work. Pitya. Far half wall, now up top, Eronen. Near side. There's a shot through traffic. Maxwell the save. Rebound loose in the slot. They jam away. And finally it squirts to the near corner. Back out of the box is Friesen, as you saw Jack Rodewald factoring in front there. Big body. Puck sent to the near sideline. Eronen. Cross ice. There's a long wrist shot. Didn't make it to the net. And now finally Bremerhaven will regroup and come away. Driving wide, Friesen out of the box. He gets absolutely rubbed out along that wall by Niklas Arell. Probably a little slow to get up after that one. Back the other way, chipping and chasing. It's Arni Intanen. Second to it, though, and Penguins will advance that as far as their own line. Played ahead, Friesen takes a bump to advance the puck. Just inside 9 minutes remaining here at the Gatorade Center in Turku, 0-0 between TPS and Pinguins Bremerhaven. Puck to the line, held there, long shot. Didn't make it on net. Now puck in the neutral zone. TPS trying to gain the offensive line. That Turku power play certainly the most offensive zone time and best puck movement we've seen in this hockey game, period, as Rafkin advances that for Yasu. That goes a little far, though, and now Bremerhaven will have an opportunity. That was Weiss on it in the neutral zone, but it's turned over, and now here come Turku again. In over the line, trying to make something happen. Sandberg tries to flip that blocker side. It goes wide. Now Vidal. Emil Vidal works around a checker. There's a good pinch there from the TPS defender. Yasu. Cycled low centering effort, a little bit behind Vidal. And now back the other way come Penguins. It's Patrick Pohl. Pohl, head of steam, peels off a checker. Pohl back to the line. There's a one-timer. Kariev the save, his first duty in quite some time. Back to the line, another shot. Kariev the save in the chest, and will hang on for a face-off. 7:29 to go as we'll head to a power break. Still scoreless in Turku.
Hyvä ajat, se tulee, mutta edelleen kolmonen tiiviys meillä, keskialue, tiiviys pysyy. Sitten hyökkäysalue liikkeelle ja sitten ja toimitukset, se tulee kyllä, mutta työmäärä koko ajan, joka kerta vaihtovaiholta mennään.
Du kannst den schlagen außen. Outside. Go around, go deep, and then make a tight turn here below the hash mark, and then comes the fourth guy. He goes to the net. Hold it simple.
Still scoreless here in Turku, 7:29 to go in period 2. Carlos Verdi with you in the broadcast booth. Thank you for joining us. Game day 1 action. Champions Hockey League here in southwestern Finland. Turku in the all-black. Penguins Bremerhaven in their Champions Hockey League debuts in the gray with red helmets. Mitch Holtz in the circle for this defensive zone face-off. And one-ish. We'll call that a draw. Puck sent around to the far side of the TPS zone. There's Nurmi. Now near side, it's Lajunen. Lajunen sent the length of the ice, too far for Holtz. Maxwell way out to play it. And it worked out as he flung it past the forecheckers. Now here's Stanislav Dietz. Gets over center, long dump in on Kariev, very active with both the glove and the stick. Loves playing the puck. And he did so that time. There's Lyonen, sends it across to the far side, and TPS will go for a change here. Period 2, long change. Both teams trying to keep those shifts short. Here's Dietz. Up off the wall, a little far for a teammate, a little heavy for a teammate, and now Emil Vito back on it. Vito up off a stick and turned over. Now Bremerhaven with an opportunity. Puck sent to the near side line. Moore can't handle that, though, and TPS are back the other way. Moore with a nice job to separate that, his man from the puck. Puck sent around to the near side. Loose in the slot. Ironen sends it on net. Puck loose. And cleared away by the Bremerhaven defenseman in front. That was Moore. There's Moore now. Mike Moore lumbers over the blue line left side and stripped of it by Vito, and Vito will start ahead. Emil Vito chips and chases left side. Vito centering effort in front. That goes wide and up out of play. But a great rush there from Emil Vito. And TPS certainly the aggressors here in period 2. They set the tone with that power play. And it really does feel like if there is going to be a goal in this second period, it's going to come from the hosts. As you saw Moore get tangled up there with Ironen behind the play. Pretty innocent-looking play. Ironen bounced back up, and the draw is going to come to the right of Maxwell in the Bremerhaven zone. Nice pinch there to hold the line by Jimi Suomi. Only momentarily, though, and now Bremerhaven will fling that to the left side. Little battle in front of the timekeeper's booth here at the Gatorade Center, and now Jimi Suomi sends that ahead. See Eetu Liukas and Kali Väisänen, this third line going to work here in the offensive zone for Turku. Now Maxwell behind his own net, rings that around the boards, and a good pinch will hold the line there from Niklas Arell. Arell going digging along with Eetu Liukas in that near corner. Puck played ahead and just out of the reach of Suomi, who's going to have to backtrack. Suomi has it lost in his skates there. Arell plays recovery man and rescues him. Now here's Yasu. Yasu peels off a check, takes a big hit, but cycles it back down low. Now it's Johanni Yasu. Still the Turku captain. Good battle there, far half wall in the Bremerhaven zone. 4:30 to go in period number 2. Now Yasu back to the line, and Penguins are going to rugby style just push that right out of their blue line, out of their defensive zone. Now racing away with a head of steam, here comes Rafkin. Rafkin with a shot off the rush, blocker save, punched away by Maxwell. Now a foot race for it here, and opportunity knocking for Bremerhaven. Shot saved by Kariev, and a penalty coming. Just some good work off the rush there. Believe it was Ross Mauerman that's responsible for creating the rush, and well, just like that, Penguins are going to go back to the power play. They didn't do a whole lot with the first 2 opportunities, and it was Ruben Rafkin back to the box for the second time tonight. He took a hooking penalty in the first, and he's taken another one here in period 2. As Jussi Ahokas not going to love that, and he just hauls down Anderson behind the play. It was the trailer that he actually tied up, and right there, easy call for the far side official. TPS talking things over as Penguins are going to go to the power play for the 3rd time tonight. Let's see what they can do. We've talked about the bodies that are missing. The question is going to be, what can the likes of Time Again, Dominic Ure, what can they do? Here's Hakarainen. Hakarainen doing work in the offensive zone on the penalty kill. Going to take about 15 seconds off there. As Penguins will slowly break out here on the man advantage. In over the line they come with Vikingstad. Puck squirts to the line. That was Dietz. Now to the near side. Mauerman, one-timer, scores! Stanislav Dietz from the point. And Penguins strike first on the power play. Well, it was a bit against the run of play, but you take a penalty and anything can happen. Stanislav Dietz with a cannon. And the German outfit opened their Champions Hockey League account here in their debut in Finland. Mauerman the feed, and Dietz the finish with a cannon. Up and over Kariev, who never saw it till it bulged the twine. Completely screened, looked like by his own defenseman, Stanislav Dietz. And it's 1-0 for Penguins. With an absolute cannon of a drive. And with 3:22 to go in period 2, the German visitors strike first. Now the question becomes, what does Turku's response look like here? 3:10 to go in period 2. They've controlled much of the game at even strength here in the second period, but nothing to show for it. And official call of the goal there, Dietz from Mauerman and Mose Anderson. As you can see, the traveling contingent absolutely loving it. The goal gets scored, the tarps come off, and it's 1-0 Penguins. They are loving it. And you know what? Why not? Sing and dance, it's the Champions Hockey League, it's the team's debut, and they have the 1-0 lead on the road here in Finland. Draw one in the neutral zone and immediately sent in by Penguins. Now Turku will try and come away. Hakarainen, up the left side they come. There's a shot off the rush. Hit a body centering effort in front. Unable to pop it home was Sandberg, and a good job by Maxwell to find it and hang on for the face-off. Get another look at Philip Sandberg there. He was knocking on the doorstep. Love the touch with the national jersey there. The national flag, pardon me, for Turku. It's a great little feature on these jerseys. Makes it a bit of a one-of-a-kind collector's item for fans, and of course available on the CHL shop. Every team's home and away. As Niklas Arell advances that left wing side, long stretch pass broken up in the neutral zone by Penguins, and they'll be back away. Taking a hit to make a play there was Dominic Ur, who would, of course, briefly a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins back in his day. Now went over the line, Weiss. There's a shot off the rush, didn't make it to the net. Ur cycles it down low. Was looking for Weiss. And now Turku back the other way. Here's Kali Väisänen. Väisänen, little toe drag, driving wide, spins off a check. Still Kali Väisänen. Väisänen working to the slot. Väisänen's shot just wide, blocker side. Now puck back to the line. Rafkin. Long shot, scores! Tipped in front off the point shot. They might have to review this one. But I think it's Eetu Liukas that got the final touch. And just like that, TPS draw level. And it's Eetu Liukas off the point shot from Antalainen. Now the question is, was the stick below the goal line? He was getting worked on. Oh, that might be high. Maxwell immediately nodding to the official. But a great job by Antalainen throwing that on net through traffic. And big Eetu Liukas. We'll have a review here. We'll step away as the officials take a look at this one. take another look at it. Maxwell immediately pointed to the official, and that is tight because Liukas' stick was coming down towards the crossbar. It started way high. We take another look at Antalainen's shot. You know what? When he actually hits it, it might have been below the goal line, but the stick started so high. Certainly taking their time with this call, want to get it right. Big moment in the hockey game. TPS with a potential equalizer here. Get another look at Thomas Popius down there on the Bremerhaven bench. Penguins with a 1-0 lead here on the Stanislav Beats point shot on the power play. And take a look there at Jussi Ahokas' first season here at TPS. They're still taking a look down there at that Microsoft tablet. And you love to see the away fans here having a great time. Andrei Karyev, not much he could do, fully screened on that point blast. There you see Juhani Yasu, the TPS captain, looking up at the video board here at the Gatorade Center, and we'll get one more look. They're certainly taking their time here. Now, Liukas, his stick starts way high. That much is clear. But where does he actually make contact with the puck, I guess, is the question. And it's really difficult to say because it's a downward motion. Looks like the headsets are off, and we'll have a call here shortly. And it's waved off. High stick the call, so Eetu Liukas' equalizer taken off the board, and the TPS faithful not having it here in Turku. And that fan sees the camera and wants it to know that he's not happy with the call. Draw's going to come outside the Bremerhaven zone after that delay, and we are just about back to hockey here after a lengthy delay. $1:35 remaining in period 2. Neutral zone draw won by TPS, immediately flipped back down the ice. Cycled down low, McNeil. McNeil plays it up off the wall looking for a teammate, and he's turned back. Back on it now, Patrick Alber, sent to the near side pole. Now Vikingstad played it ahead. That's going to roll all the way to Karyev. And a little far. Turku back the other way. Racing ahead, it's Rafkin. Loves to lead the rush. Rafkin dropped off. Now trying to drive wide. Sandberg. Sandberg taken down. That's an immovable object there as Yasu taken into the boards. Plays it up off the wall to the line. Fake shot. Lionen's blast goes wide, glove side. Big hit there as, Penguins defenseman just got absolutely rocked. Now, in on the forecheck, Rodewald. Some nasty stick work going on down there in the near corner as we're inside the final 30 seconds. That was Mitch Holtz going to work in the offensive zone. Vito back to the line, held there, spinning shot, doesn't make it to the net, corralled by Penguins and sent into the far corner. Slap pass to the line, held in there by Vito. 10 seconds left, and the puck will squirt back to Lionen in the neutral zone. That should just about do it for the period. Maybe one last stand. Lionen, his shot, glove save, Maxwell, loose in front, and finally he sprawls to cover it up as the horn goes on period number 2 here in Turku. After 40 minutes of play, Penguins with a 1-0 lead on TPS in their Champions Hockey League debuts away from home. Stay tuned, folks. Period 3 coming up. It's game day 1 action of the Champions Hockey League.
Laukauksen shots against goal. Penguins 9-19 Penguins 19 combined. TPS 26 39. Shots against goal. TPS 26-39 combined.
Welcome back inside the Gatorade Center here in Turku as we get set for period 3. TPS with some work to do as they take the ice, trailing 1-0 against Pinguins Bremerhaven. The CHL newcomers from Germany with the 1-0 lead, courtesy of Stanislav Dietz's power play blast, which you just saw in the highlight pack. Turku thought they had equalized as Eetu Liukas's redirect off an Alexei Antalainen point shot was taken off the board upon a lengthy review. It was deemed to have been batted down with a high stick. Now, if something's going to happen for Turku, you can bet that it's probably going to come from that man Philip Sandberg's line. He's playing alongside Mikael Hakarainen and Mikael Pitya, and they have been active throughout this one. There's Arni Intonen. He's been solid in a checking line type role so far tonight. But it's got to come from somewhere for Turku. This is a game that they probably would have assumed, Bremerhaven at home. Probably had it penciled in as a victory coming in. And, well, they're going to have to work for it now as the CHL newcomers hold the 1-0 lead through 40 minutes of play. There's Samuli Vainionta. Had a good chance early in period 2. Good crowd on hand as well tonight in Turku. And here come the Penguins back onto the ice. There's Brandon Maxwell. He has been excellent so far, 30-year-old netminder from Winter Park, Florida, as we get set for period number 3 from southwestern Finland. Again, larger storyline to follow this season for Turku is how they replace the scoring. Josh Kessner, Lori Pajuniemi, and Ruslan Ishikov, 3 of their top 4 scorers from last year, all gone. You take a look there at Vladimir Eminger. Just steady Eddie for this team. There's Jussi Ahokas' first season as the bench boss here with Turku. Mitch Holtz in his second season overseas was with Bratislava last year. 1 shot on target. He's been fairly active, though, definitely in a top 6 role, and expect to see a fair amount of him in period number 3 for TPS. This is Group A action, Game Day 1 Champions Hockey League here at the Gatorade Center in Turku as we get set. Period 3 about to get underway. Bremerhaven, Turku. Away we go. Friesen wins the draw back, and immediately Penguins will dump that in. Expect to see a defensive outlook here in period 3 from Thomas Popiesch's men from Germany. They have the 1-0 lead away from home. Now what will they do to hang on to it? That's flung around to the far side by Nurmi. Now Holtz. Holtz backhands that into the zone, but it's turned over, and now back the other way, racing ahead. Here come the Penguins. In over the line, it's Ur. Ur worked on. Friesen in on the forecheck as well, and immediately that's going to be tapped back into the neutral zone. Near side, starting ahead, Alber. Wheels that around the boards to the far side, but too hot for his teammate to handle, and now back the other way come TPS. Choppy start to this third period. Here come the Penguins. Taken down there. Quick shot. Blockered away by Karyev into the near corner. Near side. Swung around to the far side now. And delayed penalty coming. An absolutely obvious trip on that rush earlier in the sequence. Easy call from our Finnish officiating crew, and Bremerhaven off to their 4th opportunity of the night. Aleksi Antalainen, 2 or less for the trip, as he just got beat to the outside. We'll get another look at that. Pretty straightforward, 2 hands right across the front. How do you do? Christian Weiss doing very well, the Danish centerman, to draw that penalty. So last time out, it was a Stanislav Dietz point shot that gave Penguins the lead. Let's see what they can do here on their 4th power play opportunity of the night, as Weiss being told to even up, draw one cleanly, and Kariev forced into a bit of a save. As Turku will send that the length of the ice. Maxwell out to play it. He'll leave it for Reed McNeil, and the Penguins will reset on the power play. Here's McNeil, played up the left wing side and immediately dumped into the near corner. This would be a massive insurance marker for the German visitors if they can get it. Here on the man advantage. Puck cycled around to the far side. Pass attempt for McNeil, that's broken up, and now a breakaway opportunity. Barreling and happening, his shot! And a great save by Maxwell, tracking across to deny TPS Happening on the breakaway. Haven't seen a ton of Happening, but nice breakaway speed there to create that opportunity around McNeil and force Maxwell into a good save. Not much he could do with McNeil draped all over him, but just fire the wrist shot into Maxwell's chest. Still a good short-handed opportunity for Turku. Vikingstad in the circle. Going to take the D-zone draw for the Penguins. One cleanly back to the line by Turku, all the way past Vito, who's going to have to back check. Puck to the line. Dietz, the goal scorer. Now down low. Back to Dietz up high. Dietz, wrist shot through traffic, and a save by Kariev. He'll hang on for the face-off, as he had a couple of bodies right on the doorstep, and you can see the power play game plan here. Stanislav Dietz, if the puck's on his stick along the blue line, you can bet it's going to be going at, or at least towards, the net. Draw to the left of Kariev, TPS zone. One clean by TPS. Puck sent to the line, held by Dietz. Dietz plays it to the near half wall. A couple of bodies come together in that near corner, including Vikingstad. Advanced up the wall, Anderson. Anderson, Dietz, back to Anderson. Anderson, his shot off a stick and up out of play. As Anderson had an assist, the secondary assist on Dietz's opener, and you see them talking that exchange over. And we'll now see Bremerhaven's second unit go to work. Of course, some big names missing for them. Miha Verlic, Ziga Jeglitz, and Jan Urbas all away at Olympic Games qualifying with Slovenia. Have to imagine that all 3 of those individuals would definitely factor in the Penguins' power play on a night-to-night basis. 30 seconds left in the penalty here. To Antalainen, and just a hair offside. Entering the offensive zone was Weiss, and face-off will come back outside the TPS zone. Certainly the game has picked up, though, with the Happening breakaway on this penalty kill. The Dietz marker, of course, in the back half of period number 2, really setting the tone for what promises to be an entertaining third period. Kariev out of his net to play it. A hard clearing attempt by Arel didn't get anywhere. Pardon me, that was Laajanen on the clearing attempt. Good cycle by the Penguins, sent around to the near side. Flipping that in deep was McNeil. Play blown dead. And Reed McNeil gripping the stick a little tight tonight. 2010 Pittsburgh Penguins 6th round draft pick. Steady D, two-way defenseman. You know what you're getting with him in the lineup. Not happy with himself there, as I think he cleared the line and forces the face-off outside of the TPS zone. Nope, pardon me, it'll stay in the zone. 16:55 to go, period 3. Pinguins Bremerhaven with a 1-0 lead on the road here. 1-on-2, racing away with a head of steam. And over the line came Nurmi, his shot. Now back to even strength here as the Penguins try and race ahead through the neutral zone. They're immediately turned back, and here's an opportunity. Here come Turku in alone. Quick shot. Great save, Maxwell, with the right pad. He had to be sharp there to deny Jack Rodewald on the break. As Bremerhaven playing with some fire. That's now 2 breakaways inside 4 minutes of play in period 3. And certainly a TPS team with enough offensive firepower to make him pay if given the opportunity. Alber gets over center, dumps it in on Kariev, and again, Kariev playing the puck when he probably shouldn't have. Created a little bit of nervy tension in the D zone for TPS there, but they do recover. That puck sent around to the far side, and another turnover. Here come Turku, driving around the net, wraparound effort. That one denied on the doorstep. That was Mikael Pitia on the backhand. Puck cycled back down low, and now it's Pitia again. Pitia back to the line. That one a little hot for Rafkin to handle, and he's going to have to backtrack now. Quarter of the way, just about through period number 3. There's Pitia, centering effort, goes through the slot, nobody able to get a stick on it, and now again TPS will have to clear the line. A little more urgency now for our Finnish hosts, trailing by 1 in period 3. Some nifty stick work to gain the offensive line by Väisänen, and that puck sent up out of play. And now the question's going to be, where's Mike Moore going to end up after flipping that out? And it looks like he is going to get taken to the sin bin. Not much argument, just straight up and out of play. And one he's going to certainly want back. No words of argument. He's seen enough professional hockey in his career to know better. Big opportunity beckons here for TPS Turku. Trailing by 1. Mike Moore, the captain, the delay of game penalty for the Penguins. And pretty straightforward, just gets it, clears it, and yep, straight up out of play, no deflections, and he knew right away. Rodewald in to take the face-off against Alex Friesen. Again, Friesen in his 4th season with the Penguins. Very much an all-types role at this point for him. D-zone draw 1 and immediately cleared the length of the ice by Bremerhaven. Great work on the forecheck there, PK, from the visitors. Now weaving through center. Here they come in over the line with Rodewald. Rodewald, far corner, still Jack Rodewald. Back to the near half wall, flipped into the slot now. Trying to drive wide, Marcus Nurmi. And that was a little far and flipped all the way back down the ice. Kariev out to play it. Kariev turns it over. Here come the Penguins. Short-handed, there's a blast. Scores! It was Ty McGinn's initial shot. And the rebound was just lying in the crease. It's Nino Kinder with the short-handed goal. And the Penguins take a 2-0 lead. It was Ty McGinn's initial blast that snuck through Kariev, and Nino Kinder beats Edinen to the loose puck in the crease, and you can see what it means to Nino Kinder, as it probably would have gone in anyways, but Kinder wanted to make sure. Wanted to make sure he beat Edinen to that puck, and he did. That's a massive goal for the German visitors, and they lead 2-0. 14-16 to go, and now TPS very much with their backs against the wall here. And now it's all to play for. Holtz can't handle that. Penguins in a position that I'm sure if you told them coming into this opening match of the group stage, you told them they would be 2 up in Finland with 13 minutes to play, missing their 3 Slovenian forwards, they definitely would have taken it. Here's Holtz. Holtz, backdoor pass. Maxwell there with the left pad and immediately cleared down the ice, and now it becomes about game management for Penguins. As Turku whipping the puck around in the neutral zone here on the power play. Vito cycled low, that's too far for Yasu. Now back to the line and unable to hold the zone is Lionen. Boy, wouldn't this make things interesting in Group A. Sparta Praha trailing 2-0 in Switzerland against the Lakers. Sweden against the Lakers, pardon me. Long dump in, Maxwell. Stretch pass and trying to find his man on a break. Rafkin plays that ahead to the far corner. Now Intunen. Intunen in over the line, takes a shot. Maxwell the shoulder save, but a split-second offside call as Arni Intunen and his line mates a hair offside as we head to a power break. 2-0, Penguins leading here in Turku in period 3.
Meillä suorilla vaan, kun me lähdetään yhdessä, me saadaan vauhdit. Koko ajan maaliin kohti toimitukset. Maalipaine pitää löytyä. Hyökkäysalueella sitten viivan kautta, mutta me tarvitaan lapoja sinne, me tarvitaan voittaa ne kiekottomat tilanteet.
So back to the business end of this hockey game. 2-0 Pinguins Bremerhaven with the lead here in Turku against TPS. And all things considered, a fantastic road performance thus far from Thomas Popiesh's side. Will Brandon Maxwell stand the test of the next 12:43 between the pipes and secure this road win? Long dump in, Maxwell got a piece of it. Puck rung around to the near side. Nice move by Väisänen. Väisänen backhand centered in front. That's off a leg and wide. Aitu Liukas. Another shot. Save Maxwell. And then he gets bowled over by Liukas. And play blown dead. The question is what's going to come of this. Maxwell bowled over by Aitu Liukas. And Liukas just lost his sense of where he was. He was parked on the doorstep and then just sort of bumped Maxwell's upper body, and Maxwell sent flying. We get another look at it. Väisänen shot, and Liukas, in the process of turning, ended up kind of running into Maxwell, who, all things considered, also made a little bit of a meal of that. Puck rung around to the far side. Penguin zone. Back on it, Albert. Big hit there on the end wall. Niklas Andersson came together with a Turku forward. Now Mauerman. Mauerman turns it over. Puck held in at the line. Yasu cycled low. Love that little away section down there in the far corner of the Bremerhaven zone. Having a grand old time on tour in Finland. Here come TPS. That puck chipped in deep. First to it, Nurmi. Nurmi working on his men. Still Markus Nurmi. Played on that 2018 Finnish World Junior team under current head coach Jussi Holkas. Drop pass in at the line. There's a shot. by Suomi and a save by Maxwell. No problem there for the Bremerhaven netminder as the Penguins closing in on what would be a win on their debut here in Turku. As Jimi Suomi just right into the crest, easy as you like, and the impressive thing about Maxwell tonight, a couple of nice glove save, blocker save type scenarios, but great rebound control thus far from the veteran netminder. That puck immediately slapped back into the Penguin zone. Now in the neutral zone and in with a head of steam, and over the line they come. Driving, save Kariev. He had to be sharp there. Now puck in the near corner. Vikingstad for Pole. That was Vikingstad initially driving. Long shot wide. Nice pinch there by Stanislav Dietz, who, if things remain as they stand, would be credited with the winning goal tonight. Long shot by Suomi, hit a leg, did not make it to the net. First time seeing Tim Lutz in a while. Number 40 there for the Penguins. He cleared the line only momentarily, and it's sent back. Here's Gregory Krutzer. Gregory Krutzer. Nice breakout feed, and now away with a head of steam. Here come the Penguins. Give and go, one-timer, saved by Kariev. Not too troubled by that. As we've reached the midway point of period 3, 2-0 Turku trail. There's a drop pass to no one in particular, and now back the other way come the Penguins. 2-on-2, there's a long shot. Wide glove side and up into the mesh for a stoppage. As there you see Nino Kinder, scorer of that key second goal, a big insurance marker as things stand here for the German visitors. Nothing they lead here in Turku at the Gatorade Center. Basel and Sparta Praha also in action. It was 2-0 for the Swedish hosts at last check in other Group A action. Just some fantastic games. You know, you look at what Lausanne did yesterday. Rugla picking up a win at home in their first Champions Hockey League game. There's just so many excellent storylines here on game day 1 of the 2021-22 CHL season. As racing away, a little head of steam there. Lyon chips it in deep. 9:07 to go here, period 3. Lyon out of the near side. Intonen spinning and flinging that wide glove side for the Penguins. Puck in the far corner now. Bremerhaven. There's a spinning shot, high and wide. Back down below the goal line now. Anderson spins, fires on net. That's blocked by Yasu. Now Juhani Yasu. Juhani Yasu in over the line. Yasu with a shot blocked. Follow-up effort. And TPS just not able to create much on Brandon Maxwell right now, as that puck sent the length of the ice for an icing against Penguins. As you see, Christian Weiss joined from Esbjerg Energy. Fellow Dane on a line with Niklas Andersson. Also playing with Ross Mauerman on that right side. Holtz loses the draw to Weiss. Now that's Moore. Sent around to the far side. Cycle back down low now. TPS try and center that out in front. Puck still loose in the slot, and now finally the Penguins come away with it. Chipping and chasing was Anderson. All over Vito. TPS wanted a penalty there, none coming. And back the other way come the Penguins with Vikingstad. Vikingstad. Back low, Holtz now. This game kind of settling back into, after a rollicking 5 minutes, kind of where we were for most of the first 2 periods. little quieter. Pole, centering effort in front. Broken up in the slot by TPS. Now back the other way, Väisänen. Väisänen trying to drive wide. That's Nurmi, pardon me. And he's tied up and dispossessed. Now Reisnecker. Cross ice pass to the left side. And again, the Penguins more than content to just flip that in deep. Kill some time. All about game management now. There's a backdoor effort. Hakkarainen couldn't get a stick on it. Now Lutz plays that ahead. And you can see the Penguins bench very nearly too many men. Here come TPS. That's broken up in front. Good effort by McNeil. Towering presence there, 21 on the back end for the Penguins. 11-6 blocked shots there in favor of TPS. Puck to the line, held by Jimi Suomi. Game starting to get a little bit sloppy here inside the final 7 minutes of play at the Gatorade Center. Now settling it down and starting ahead Laajanen to the near side. Antalainen. Haven't seen as much of him, and his dump in allegedly hit the mesh. Maxwell wanted to make sure the ref saw it, gives him a little tap, and that is a veteran firmly in control as we head to the power break. Pinguins Bremerhaven 2, Turku 0 here in southern Finland.
Noin puolittaiset heitot sinne, niin vaan vedon kautta suorat kaikki niin. Ja sitten kun on hyökkäysalueet, niin katsotaan painoton pakki siellä auki ja toimitukset sieltä liikkeelle näin. Mutta jokainen suora hyökkäys, every rush, hey, from the shot. No fucking trying that. We need two guys going. If you play it to the D. You play it to the fourth guy.
Welcome back. 6 minutes and a little spare change left in period 3 here in Turku. TPS trailing this one 2-0. Goals from Stanislav Dietz and Nino Kinder on the power play and penalty kill respectively, with Pinguins Bremerhaven on the brink of a historic victory in the Champions Hockey League. Puck played off the wall, near side, Antalainen through traffic, and that's up off a leg and out of play. As Alexi Antalainen, former Quebec Major Junior League standout with Blainville Boisbriand and the Moncton Wildcats, has settled back into life in his native Finland very nicely. Solid contributor in the league on the back end. Draw to the right of Maxwell. Holtz back out to take it against Christian Weiss. These two have dueled all night long in the circle. And this time it's won backwards by Holtz. Point shot, Vito off a leg and wide. 5:30 to go as the clock continues to tick here in Turku. Puck sent up off the wall, only as far as Vito in the neutral zone, and he sends it right back in. There's Gregory Kreutzer. Kreutzer. Gonna hold up, and why not? Take your time. Manage this 2-goal lead. If you're Penguins, that is the name of the game. Puck sent in deep. Anderson was in on the forecheck. Turned over, though, and now TPS away with a head of steam. In over the line, Nurmi. Nurmi sends it on net. Too far for Rodewald. Rodewald cycles it back low. And immediately onto the stick of a Penguin, and it's sent back all the way down the ice to Kariev. inside the final quarter of period 3. Rafkin played ahead. Now Rodewald. Rodewald off the rush. That shot goes wide, glove side. Cycle back down low. They try and work out with it, but Pohl there to break it up. Pohl back low, and you can see Turku are coming hard now on the forecheck. They know time is running low. Yasu played ahead. Väisänen. Drop pass, looking for Arel. Still Arel. Plays it into the slot, broken up. Vainionpa was in the area. Now at the point, there's a shot. Wide glove side of Maxwell in the net. Long dump in, and you can see the Penguins just looking for a change. Inside the final 240 seconds now in Turku. Is there a way back for TPS? It doesn't look like it right now. Jimi Suomi winds up through the neutral zone, gets over center ice and dumps it in where Maxwell will leave it. Now that's played ahead and chipped up into the neutral zone, calm as you like. Time again in on the forecheck. There's Suomi. Cross ice. TPS going the wrong direction right now. Here come the hosts in over the line. There's a backdoor effort in front. Never made it to the net. They were looking for Patia. And again, Penguins clear the line. Wholesale changes. They'll change 4. There's a shot off the rush. Easy glove save for Maxwell. And he'll hang on for a face-off. Draw to his right, as easy as you like from Brandon Maxwell. I think it was Vainionpa with the shot. And timeout on the ice, believe called by Turku. We will step away. 2-0. Pinguins Bremerhaven closing in.
Pääty vai? Joo, sulla alhaa. Saat alhaa ja Rouhi ottaa tätä ylämiehen kautta sit tälle tippipele. Ottelee levelle tänne ja sit vaan se tuu lähemmäs maaliin. Täältä low chance. Missä saa low chance? Täältä. All right.
No niin, hyvä.
Joo. Estä kaadelle ja toi ajaa pitää vaan. Joo, vastaita.
Welcome back inside the Gatorade Center. TPS Turku, fresh off a timeout. Jack Rodewald out to take the offensive zone face-off. Pinguins Bremerhaven closing in on what would be a historic first win in their first outing in the Champions Hockey League. That line's been getting real low to the ice, trying to direct traffic over on that left wing. Clean draw win for Rodewald. Back to the line now. They'll get set up. Eronen. Net empty. There's a blast from the point. Tip just wide. So 6 on 5 now with the net empty. Nurmi cycles it low. Turku trying to make something happen. Nurmi into the near corner. That'll go to the point. Eronen. Far sideline tipped in front. To no avail. Nurmi. Now Rodewald. Rodewald ties up his man. 2:20 remaining in period 3. Good battle. Stovasser in there in the far corner, and Weiss. Christian Weiss, what a two-way performance for him this evening. A heroic effort away from home for the German side, and they earn a whistle. Jack Rodewald, a frustrating evening. Good in the circle. Has had a couple of excellent opportunities off the rush, but just unable to solve Brandon Maxwell tonight. Draw to the far side of the Penguins zone now. Game day 1 action, day 2 overall for the competition. And Pinguins Bremerhaven closing in. Friesen and Rodewald. A couple of North Americans squaring off in the circle. Another draw won by Rodewald, and TPS will set up. try to set up, but a phenomenal effort, and you can see the bench rising. Penguins can smell it now. 2 minutes to go, and some incredible defensive zone work there. Whistle behind the play, and we'll have to wait and see. As we get another look at that fantastic work there. Down behind the play, Friesen got tangled up. Anything extra there? No, I don't think so. No, delayed offside call on that far side. So Friesen and Rotoworld will reset. Neutral zone here. Draw one again by TPS. They're going 5 forwards here. Long dump into Maxwell. He'll hang on for the face-off with Nurmi and a couple of other Turku forwards in the vicinity. And great shot there of Brandon Maxwell with the small but vocal traveling Penguins contingent down in the corner, and you know that the players are going to give them a little salute at the end of this one. Looks like you got about 7 folks down there in the corner and enjoying what will certainly be a historic victory should they hang on. TPS net is empty, and that's lofted all the way down the ice for an icing against the visitors from Germany. Get another look there at Elmeri Erinen. Quiet evening. Stanislav Dietz's power play blast in period 2 will stand as the winner, barring changes. A little discussion time again. Stanislav Dietz. Fascinating the different paths players take time again, of course. Long-time player in the North American pro game. 4 full American Hockey League seasons after a cup of coffee in the NHL. And Stanislav Dietz, obviously, a different pathway. There's Reed McNeil surveying the scene. 2010 Pittsburgh Penguins draft pick. Draw to the left of Maxwell in the Penguins zone. $1:38 remaining. And Holtz is going to get waved out. No, we'll just have a reset, but certainly caught cheating. Holtz and Friesen. Seems like Alex Friesen has not come off the ice in the last 5 minutes. That draw scrambles into the near corner. Puck to the line. Lyonen holds it there. Nice job by Lyonen to pin the puck against the wall. Hold the line, although now they're having real difficulty pulling it out. Here's Nurmi. Nurmi back to the line. Lyonen works the half wall. Centering effort in front. That's broken up. Good active stick there from Ure. Back to the line. Lyonen shot through traffic. Hit a body, went wide, and then a big bounce off the inboards. Puck back to the line. Here's Eronen. Near side, one-timer save, Maxwell. Puck loose, another save. They jam away, still loose, and finally it's in. Philip Sandberg finishes it off, I believe. On a wild frenzy in front of the Penguins' net. And the TPS cut the deficit in half. It felt like it was only a matter of time as Maxwell made a couple saves and Philip Sandberg able to just jam that home at the side of the net. Maxwell a good initial save, a good second save, a good third save, and then finally, 4th time the charm. Sandberg just got body position on Dietz, who's about 1.5 feet taller than him. And Philip Sandberg with the goal. 2-1. The lead now stands, and buckle up, folks, not done just yet. Here in Turku, 54 seconds to go. And of course, the net will remain empty with Andrei Karayev on the TPS bench. Draw one by the visitors and advanced ahead. Second effort will chip that in deep. That was Vikingstad. TPS need to try and gain the line. Here they come up the left-hand side with Holtz. Mitch Holtz flings it around to the far side. Couple bodies come together, including Jack Rodewald. And again, Penguins pinning the puck down in the far corner, and they simply can't move it. Fantastic work by Mauerman. Back line, Lyon in one-timer. Off a leg and wide. Still TPS crashing the net. Centering effort in front. Quick shot just wide off the stick of Nurmi. The crowd thought it was there. 7 seconds left. Penguins trying to hang on. Puck loose. They center it. Maxwell blocker. Lyon in at the horn, and it's too little too late. As Brandon Maxwell and the Pinguins Bremerhaven come into Turku and pull off a tight victory. 2-1 the final score. The away fans love it. And an entertaining finale. It was a slow start, a slow burn to this one in Turku as TPS and the Penguins had a bit of a feeling out process in the first 2 periods, but when all was said and done, it was a third period that thrilled. Nino Kinder made it 2-0 for Bremerhaven early in period 3, and then a late consolation marker from Philip Sandberg wound out the scoring for TPS tonight. Brandon Maxwell, absolutely your player of the game for the Penguins. A dominating performance in net, calm, collected, excellent rebound control. And boy, oh boy, does this ever turn Group A on its head. The Pinguins Bremerhaven are here and they are ready to compete. Your final score tonight from the Gatorade Center in Turku, Finland. Penguins 2, TPS 1. I've been Carlos Verdi. Thanks for watching Game Day 1 of the Champions Hockey League, and we'll see you next time.
päävalmentaja Jussi Ahokas. Nyt on ensimmäinen CHL-ottelu takana. Miten päävalmentaja näki tämän illan ottelun?
No, tehottomia oltiin. Maalin teko meillä tänään sakkas. Et muuten mä olin ennen kaikkea meillä oli nousujohtaja, toinen erä erittäin hyvä. Siinä me olisi pitänyt pystyä lyömään niistä maalipaikoista maalit. Ja harmitte vähän otettiin turha paljon jäähyjä, että siitä se yksi ylivoima ja vähän pieni sakkaus siinä meidän ylivoimalla. Mutta hyvälaatuinen jääkiekkoottelu ja nyt meidän pitää vaan näistä, että toi määrä, kun peli alkoi jo tuottaa, niin peli oli tyytyväinen, mutta viimeistely en missään nimessä. Että se pitää saada paremmalle tasolle, niin varmasti hyvä tulee.
Niin, seuraava ottelu on jo sunnuntaina eli ylihuomenna. Millä viilauksilla sitä tehokkuutta saataisiin lisää jo ylihuomiseksi?
No kyllä meidän maalipaine pitää olla vähän kovempi. Meidän pitää saada kiekottomia maalille ja sitten ihan laukausten laatu. Se on jo ihan ensimmäinen. Mutta otetaan nyt vähän happea ja huomenna katsotaan vähän Spartaa ja pudotaan uudet juonet, niin kyllä se siitä.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.
After Penguins' very first CHL game and very first win also, how did you see your team's performance?
Ja, wir haben heute Abend unser Spiel gespielt. Wir haben unseren Plan verfolgt und sehr genau so gespielt. Und das war der Schluss für unser Erfolg heute Abend. Die Jungs haben richtig alles gegeben und hauptsächlich zusammen gespielt. Und wir haben eine sehr gute Mannschaft heute gegen gespielt, aber heute mit bisschen Glück auch. Wir haben der erste Sieg für Bremerhaven in der Champions League.
The next game comes quickly in Sweden. What do you have to improve to the next game?
Wir haben die Scheibe ein bisschen zu oft in der neutralen Zone verloren. Das müssen wir ändern vor dem Spiel am Sonntag. Und auch in unserer Drittel. Wir müssen aggressiver sein, wenn wir geben den Gegner mit so viel Talent, zu viel Zeit und die kontrollen die Scheibe in unserer Drittel, dann wir haben ein Problem. Aber aggressiv und sehr körperbetont und zusammenspielen, das ist der Schlüssel für uns.
Danke.
Bitteschön, danke.
What a goal! Oh my goodness! What an attempt that is! And the puck is like he scores!